So Chuck, you're gonna probably see this video in the future, and you might not be in the same, maybe, I don't know, set of mind. So tell yourself that you had a fucking shitty start to this semester, but look where you at right now, in fucking Switzerland, buddy, in Interlaken, surrounded by mountains, water.
So it all started right here. In 2018, I made a decision that shaped the person I am today. I was 20, broke, and had no idea what I was getting myself into. I left everything I knew behind, my friends, my family, my comfort zone, to buy a one-way ticket to London for a semester abroad. At first, I thought I was going there to get a degree in finance and improve my English. However, during my time there, the universe had other plans.
I just got stalled, bro. I'm pissed. My Mac isn't working, my iPhone charger, and my universal charger too. I'm losing everything, man.
I knew it wouldn't be easy. Back then, my English was so rough, I thought it would take a miracle just to make a friend. But deep down, I knew I was there to find something I couldn't yet name. This time, I'm not heading to London. I'm flying to Kansas for a very special reason. This is my good friend, Brayton. Tomorrow, he's getting married. He invited the whole crew to Wichita to celebrate his wedding. I can't believe it's been over 6 years since we said goodbye at that bus stop.
So what you want to say to me, Brayton, before I leave, dickhead?
You're a dickhead as well.
How about, what do you want to say, Justin?
It's been real, Charles. It's been a good time. Bye, Chuck the Beast.
Hey, that's sad.
Keep your English up, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna FaceTime one of you guys every week.
Every week, you have to FaceTime a different person.
Dope!
What's good?
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome, bro. Airbnb is the best, bro. Chuck the Beast.
Molto bene.
6 years ago, we used to have no real responsibilities outside of school. But looking back, I never actually asked them if they remember their time abroad the way I do. Did that one semester actually change them, or was it just a long vacation we would eventually forget?
No, I haven't prepared for this at all, actually. I didn't know this was happening until like 15 minutes ago. You know, the main reason I kind of went was to just broaden my perspective of things. You know, although England might not be, you know, necessarily too different from America, it was kind of peeking into a doorway of, you know, more of what was out there. I've been having the same thought you just expressed, is that when we all got back together, it was really like no time had changed. We kind of just got right back into it. I think that says a lot. It speaks to, I think, the deepness of the experience that we shared while we were all there.
Bro,
So
Brayton's the man, the dad of the family, and Jack and Roses, baby, yeah!
You know, I always go back to Jack walking home from Greece. It's too bad you weren't able to interview Jack for this, but I don't necessarily think that's an experience he would have liked to have. But maybe it built some character in him. Some navigation skills, yeah.
Alright, so I need to tell you this story because I feel like it's one of our funniest stories of the whole trip. It was Samantha's 22nd birthday and we decided to go out and we found a promising bar 2-for-1 drink. Shocker, we got scammed. 17 euros a drink. By 3 a.m, everyone definitely had one too many drinks. So we decided to go back to our villa, which was around 5 kilometers from city center. And Jack, at the time, he was the only one with data. So he decided to call 2 taxis for the 6 of us. And Jack, well, he loves Twitter. When the taxi arrived, the 5 of us got into the taxi and we were too drunk to notice that Jack wasn't with us. And he was scrolling on his phone and just in time, he looked up and said, "Hey, wait," and we were gone. He tried to call the taxi service back, but man, I shit you not, while ringing, his phone died. So he had to walk all 5 kilometers alone in the dark. He stumbled around the villa, I don't really remember, maybe around 6:30 a.m. and we had to leave around 8 to take our flight back home. Let's just say he wasn't exactly vibrant on that flight. Sorry again, Jack, we love you.
You're not having any of it.
No, look inside your bag.
I gave you money for it.
15 pounds.
Yes, I did. Keep looking. I promise you I did.
Oh, 50 cents. Yeah.
Even though it had been 6 years, we picked up right where we left off. No awkwardness, no forced small talk. We just spent the day exploring Wichita, grabbing coffee, and naturally, we found a bar that served Guinness.
To cheers, everyone.
But as we sat there, I remember that back then, things weren't always as perfect as they seem today.
I'm at the airport right now. I'm trying. This is my spot. Some of nature. I'm in the jungle. This is my pillow. The good stuff for tomorrow. It wasn't so fun, but yeah, I just got stalled, bro. I'm pissed. My Mac isn't working. I just got stole my GH5 batteries with my iPhone charger and my universal charger too. Bro, I swear, Venice, you're not treating me well. I'm losing everything, man. I need to cheer up. I mean, Italy is fun, yeah, but spending my time here would be way better with someone.
At that point, I was ready to go home. To give you a little more context about what happened, all the footage you see is from the second part of the semester. That's because when I was in Chamonix, I opened up my MacBook and I saw a weird world logo icon on my screen. Turns out my internal SSD had failed. And just like that, everything on that computer gone. Every photo, every video I've taken so far, and of course, all my assignments from university. And remember, this was in 2018, so ChatGPT didn't exist. So I had to redo all of my 4,000 words essays from scratch. I know, brutal. Here's the thing. I'm an extrovert. In French, I like to think I'm a pretty funny guy. But in English, by the time I found the right word for a joke, well, the conversation had already left. I felt like a muted version of myself. Honestly, it was fucking hard to make some friends at first. I felt like I was losing my entire personality. But one thing I've learned in life is that when you hit a low point like that, there's really only one direction left to go.
Then it explodes.
You love this life.
When you travel, all sort of unexpected things comes your way. And that constant uncertainty, whether it's getting on the wrong train or figuring out where you're gonna sleep that night, builds a sense of self-confidence you can't get anywhere else. When you can only rely on yourself, that's when you know how much you're actually capable of. I believe travel temporarily strips away the social mask we wear. At home, you've probably acquired labels. People know you for certain things. But abroad, people don't know who you are. This identity loss is actually a gift. It breaks the illusion that the life you were living is the only one possible. It clears the noise so you can finally hear your real desires and creates a pathway for the person you really want to become. And yeah, it makes coming home weird. You realize you no longer fit into the version of yourself that everyone is still looking for.
Looking back, yeah, like that, and I still tell people like that was my favorite part of college, my favorite experience and favorite semester by far. I had a lot harder time coming back to the States than I did going over there. And then I think for a while, I've shut, like I don't look back at photos and videos because yeah, like it brings back like a depression feeling of just sadness of like, man, that was such a high that you're on in experience, and then you're adjusted to call like a normal lifestyle. I mean, we were at class for a few days a week and then just going off and exploring something new with not a worry in the world of what was going on. And now you have all different things that you have to be responsible for.
Take a picture in the hotel first?
I was taking a video.
Oh, okay. Was good?
Was good.
Let's see. I don't know. Let's see Bray get married.
Yes, sir. You have to understand, back then we were just a bunch of kids. Even though we had all different backgrounds, we share one thing in common. We didn't know a soul and we wanted to make the most out of Europe. Sitting here in Wichita, watching Brayton and Maria get married, I came to a strange realization. The version of us that met in London doesn't really exist anymore. In 2018, our only commitment was to ourselves, to the next flight, to the next party, to the next adventure. But standing here today, I see how much has changed. Brayton is doing something much braver than a semester abroad. He isn't committing to something for the first time once again, he's committing to someone else.
You up off the little train. Oh, look at that.
So hurry.
It's so cool. There's a train?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait another hour and a half.
yeah, we're gonna go to the train station. Never mind. We're not gonna chill in the park, but Innsbruck is really cool. Yeah.
It's a strange thing looking at the footage of yourself from 7 years ago. To be honest, it feels like I'm looking at someone else entirely. That kid didn't have a clue, no responsibilities, just living for the moment. It's surreal to look back and see how much life we managed to pack into just a few short months.
So when I saw the opportunity in college, I took it. The first couple days before I went, I was like second guessing myself because I'd never left America. I was a bit scared. I didn't really know anybody, but I just sort of went ahead and did it. Everybody told me it was going to be the best decision I ever made. Everybody who'd gone before that I talked to, and they were right. They were absolutely right. It was the best experience I've ever had in my entire life so far. I think it can only really help you understand the world around us, but also you get so many experiences out of it. You get so many good stories. You get to try foods and things you can't find where you live. And you make friends that last the rest of your life.
Looking back, we all went to the UK to chase something different. Maybe it was for a college degree, maybe it was to get some world-class friends, or maybe it was to get wasted every Wednesday at Cheeky Wednesday. For me, it was probably all of the above. But most importantly, I wouldn't be doing the job that I'm doing right now. I mean, talking to a camera felt weird before, it felt embarrassing in my hometown. But in a new country where you don't know anybody, who gives a shit?
And I think one part that I look back at and enjoy the most, I think like with our friend group, is like we were all in the same situation where we didn't know anybody, and we were in a new space, new territory. We just leaned on each other to help each other out, to show where to go get groceries. And then same thing of like we all have the same interest of like wanting to go explore throughout Europe. And like that was also, I wanted to find a group that was like wanting to go do things on a regular basis.
And I think the cool thing about 6 years later is us growing up and having our own lives. And like 6 year ago, Bree is like a completely different woman, and life experience, confidence, like decision making, especially. And so it's cool to cross paths again and get to see where you guys are. And I think we've all said it, but it is special.
Yeah. But you just bought a van, so you can...
Yeah, and I just bought a camper van that I know nothing about. But that's an example of like something which I probably wouldn't have done before.
So like I can't have fun by my own, I do, but... Yeah. Life is more enjoyable by two instead on your own.
That last sentence probably didn't make any sense at all. But sitting on that Italian beach at my absolute lowest, I was struck by a powerful life lesson. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's the people you share it with that make it unforgettable.
I'm convinced if you get everybody together in a room and you find some common ground, and if people like drinking a beer or two, maybe a couple beers, and within an hour or two, everybody's cracking jokes and having a good time and getting to know one another. I mean, I think a lot of that's superficial. If you can break through that, I think there's meaningful relationships to be found all across the world. And you just have to be willing to go out and find that. Like, you have to go out and do that.